Hey, Miss I Am here. I am strong. I am worthy. I am bold. I am confident. I am courageous. I am chosen. I am divinely protected. And so are you if you know. I hope all is well. I hope you're protecting your energy. I hope you're protecting your peace. And I hope you're vibrating high and higher on your path and journey. So I just wanted to come on with just a quick chat. Who else was going to do it? You know? Who was going to do it? Who was going to do it? Who was going to pick the baby up when the baby cried? Who was going to take the baby to get a bath when no one else would? Who was going to make sure the baby got what they needed when others were sleeping? When people were pretending not to hear the baby? Who was going to do it? Somebody had to do it, right? Somebody has to do what needs to be done. You ever find yourself wondering, like, the more you reflect and the more that if you think about stuff, we just all think in general, right? You ever think about, like, why am I seem to be the one that always seems to do what needs to be done, right? It could be a family situation. People are trying to ante up money. People, they got it. They act like, oh, I got this. And, we trying to pitch in stuff for the kids. Oh, everybody got kids. Everybody's there. We're pitching in for all the kids, including the kids that, the parents who don't want to pitch in. There's kids as well. You may be the one who don't even have kids, or you may just have one, and you decide to just give up more money just to make the situation run more smooth, right? The kids got to eat. All adults here. There's enough adults of us here to make sure the kids eat. So why not just simply make that shit happen, right? It just can't be that simple, right? So, or situation maybe just any situation where you could be at work or just a situation with friends. We all agreed to go to the movies. We all agreed to do something. I can reflect when I was a child. Like we all agreed to go as per certain, a specific place or do a specific thing, right? So sometimes it just may not work out that way. So you might have a friend that can't go. You could do about that. Or you might have a friend that could go, but they don't have much money. So you would be that one that would just pitch in. Like, all right, I got you. We just want you to come and have a good time. It's not about you not having the money. It's about you just coming so that we can all experience this, whatever we're about to do, make this situation work all together, right? So you do that just pretty much in I was just giving some, small examples, but any situation where you just always had to do what needed to be done, like maybe in a relationship, like people know the bills were due. Like motherfuckers know the dates just like you do, right? You see the bill, right? And you might be the one to be like, all right, I'm going to pay it. Okay, and next month might roll around. These motherfuckers got the same motherfucking energy. They know what day the bill was due. But that motherfucker will leave it just because they know that you'll pay that motherfucker. And then you be the motherfucker to be like, I ain't trying to be out on my ass. I don't got time for that shit. I don't got time for no notices, no that. So you're going to pay it. You're going to pay it just to avoid that. And that's how a real motherfucker will play on your feelings in your heart. You'll pay that shit. Just any situation where you just had to be the bigger person. You just always found yourself being the bigger person. You always found yourself doing what's right. You always found yourself just maybe even in the middle of two friends just going at it, and you're just the peacemaker in between. Like, look, I really care about the both of y'all. Is any way we could all, what I mean? But everybody can't mix and mingle, but you were just that one, that always did what needed to be done. You just always did, no matter what the situation was. You were just that righteous person. You just carry that righteous energy, right? So you are just a righteous person. You ain't a fool, but you a righteous person. Let's not get that twisted, But you just always, just in any situation, like you just always found yourself just, and And on the other side of that, you just simply wanting to do that. How these people, how could you can't understand in your energy of how they are in their energy. How could you not just want to make things right? You know? How could you just not want things to run smooth? Because they don't carry the same energy that you carry. That's a different energy. So they can't understand your energy as well. Like, well, how does the fuck he or she always want to do some shit right? Like, just the energy that you carry, you just always wanted. Like, I just always found myself in those situations where, not all, but for the most part, I found myself in situations where I just always wanted to make things right. You know, and I'm human. I come to situations where I didn't. I wanted revenge. I wanted to fight. I wanted to do shit. No, I'm not perfect. Not by a long shot, you know. I did some things I'm not proud of, and, you know, that I could have made better decisions in certain areas. But it's just like, for the most part, you just carry that righteous energy. You know, for a motherfucker to get that type of energy out of you, they have to cross you. You know what I mean? To get a negative, like, I'm that type of person. Like, I'm cool until you cross me. And then when you cross me, you gonna wish you never fucking cross me, because you're gonna see another side that you never knew was there. You're gonna be like, what the fuck? Oh, wow. Yeah, you shouldn't have crossed me. You shouldn't have crossed me. You know? So I noticed that in my energy, as far as when people, you know, they get to know me, but when they cross me, they just be like, wow, like, I really, like, yeah. You shouldn't have had to see that side, but it's there. You assume that I didn't have that side because I carry myself in such a righteous and loving, carry energy. You didn't think I had that side of me. You think I had that? I was still in tune with that Pacific balance. Like, no, don't get it twisted. Don't cross me. So, you know, I've had some people till this day where they still just be like, they still don't fuck with me. Like, don't, you know what I mean? It crossed me in a way where I had to, they still don't. Like, you know what I mean? They might, like, we might speak like, hey, how you doing? But as far as going through that, like how it was, it'll never go back there. Like, I carry that energy on that side. Is don't cross me, you know? So, but I'm not even like, I don't want to bring that out unless it has to be. And it's there already, but you know what I mean? It will be brought out. I just rather be in tune with more of my, you know, nicer side. You know what I mean? I want to have a good time. You know what I mean? But just don't be, you know, be smart in your energy. Don't be being indirect and being all smart and making smart ass comments, because I will get real ignorant. And I wasn't always like that. You know, I was the type that would just let some shit go and just, you know what I mean, or react a certain way. It just didn't have that full control of my emotions. They were just like kind of all over the place. So, you know, I could let this situation affect me, or I could depend on what the situation is, or I could just, you know what I mean. And for the most part, I used to lash out. Because I didn't know how to deal with those emotions. So I would lash out and then make myself really look crazy, because damn, I could have just stayed silent and not did any of that, and then everything would have ran so much smooth. But at that time, my shit was all over the place. But yeah, so anyway, they don't understand that, you know, you don't understand each other's energy. You don't understand each other's energy, and that, you know what I mean, you just always willing to, even when people treat you fucked up, even when, like, you can have, like, just things not going right, and you still know how to just be good to others, and they will never know, like, what you got, because you don't carry that just why me energy, that fuck that victim card energy, like, you know what I mean, lip all poked out and shit, you know, and your shit you could be going through something far more, you know, than, you know what I mean, and you know how to hold that together. You can still say hi. You can still give kind words. You can still lend a helping hand. You know what I mean? Because that's just the type of person you are. So, you know, and that energy can be, you know, it really can be played upon. But, you know, somebody has to just do what needs to be done. Like, and, you know, just in general, like, somebody has to do it, right? Something has to be done. Somebody has to do it, right? It's like all the, like, plumbing and all that. It's a nasty job, right? Nobody want to fuck with the pipes, all that shit. That's what people think about when it comes to mind as far as plumbing. Like, oh, somebody's pipe might bust. I got to go get some shit, you know what I mean? But somebody got to do it, right? Somebody need their pipe fixed. Though that it's a nasty job, it has to be done, right? So though that, you know, being on your spiritual path and walking in your purpose and knowing who you are, though that is rough, but it has to be done. You know, it's not a dirty job. It's a loving and beautiful, but it looks dirty to some people, it looks evil to some people because society and the powers that were makes, and they try to make, it's all an illusion, like to make you think that it's bad, but no, it's not. So just being on that path and the journey, it's a beautiful thing. And a lot of people is not gonna, because it's you just have to change some things, and you have to heal a lot. And for the most part, before you the healing is the main part. Most people don't think they have an issue. So that's the main part. You can't get to the other unless you really heal yourself from within. That's what I had to learn the hard way. You have to heal from within everything. You can't leave. Everything has to, you got to be able to heal properly if you want to prosper properly, grow and prosper. You want to make sure that you're properly healed. Like, you don't want to have nobody come in like, I'm glad I got away from this situation, but I had, people I had a specific person in my energy who was pretending to be spiritual, like pretending to be into the things that I was, just to, and that wasn't fair. That made me really feel away, because I'd rather you had just been honest, but honesty ain't the key these days. It should be, but it ain't, But, to pretend, and then when I get away to mock me, and that really bothered me, but I prayed upon that, and that will it will be taken care of. You don't mock people. I don't run around mocking religious folks. I don't do that. There's a lot of shit that I don't agree with, because I used to be in that energy with that, My family was brought up in, so I don't run around just because I disagree, or just because I'm not happy within myself. I don't run around mocking religious folks on what they do. If something might not sit where I might laugh it off, but I'm to sit there and just totally no, I'm not doing that. I disagree with a lot of shit that they do. But I don't mock them for, or just because I'm feeling away, or just to make myself feel better. Like, who does that? But people will do what they want if you allow them, So, I just, to play with me like that in that area, I just rather had the honesty, but people will tell you anything or whatever if they want to keep you around. If you have something to give, or something that they want from you, they'll tell you whatever. And I mean whatever, just to keep that going. And I was naive to that in that area, which my spiritual team, and Most High Mother and Father, my spiritual team and spiritual guides got me together in that area to where I was able to break away. But I had to take accountability of me being naive in that area of not seeing that clearly as I should have. And maybe like seeing certain stuff and not wanting to believe is just actually what it is. It can be a heartbreaking thing when you love somebody with all your heart, and if you put a lot of time and energy into something or someone, and they don't feel, that could be very heartbreaking. It can be also very hard to accept as well, because you want that. But with my growth, I'd rather have the honesty, whether it hurts me or not, because at least you were honest. So now it's on me. Now you being honest in your energy, and I'm a fool for that. But you gave me that being honest to let me do, to have a positive, a positive decision made in that area. I can make a more positive decision in that area because you were honest. Though it hurted me, though it made me feel bad, but I appreciate you being honest. And that is very key for me on my path and journey. I need it whether it hurts me or not. I need honesty whether it hurts me or not. And a lot of people feel an energy like, they don't want the truth. Lie to me all you can, but do whatever you do, don't give me the truth. And I just, I'm just not feeling that. I feel like that's just not, if I want an authentic relationship, and and I want to come across somebody who put in the work as much as I did, then for it to be a great relationship, the work has to be put in. It can't be half-assed, or that it has to be straight genuine. So you would want to work on yourself to make things better from within, so that relationship can only be more beautiful from there on out. Not perfect, but more beautiful, because you're going to have somebody who in that same energy just going to uplift you and do, all the things that you do for them. And they're going to genuinely do it for you. Not pretend. They're going to do it because they actually love you and they actually want to do it for you. They're not going to do it because they need a bill paid, or, you know what I mean, until they can find a replacement or somebody to fill that void. They're not going to do that. They're going to genuinely love you and genuinely accept you for you. So that, that's a beautiful thing when you can experience somebody who genuinely love you for you and genuinely respect you for you, and you love them for them and genuinely that is a beautiful thing. And I say, if there's anybody out there who got that, hold on to it. Though it's not perfect, y'all, but it's a beautiful thing. I feel like that's as close as perfect as it's going to get. So if you could come close to that, and just, man, that's a beautiful thing. Coming across somebody, a spiritual, but to have that, and oh man, it can only be beautiful. I swear, I don't understand how bad it could be. I don't understand how anybody could jeopardize something so beautiful. You know what I mean? If you want that, if you want to feel that good, especially when you experience that peace, it's a beautiful thing. You want more of it, but yeah, I just, it just, you just had to, you just always found yourself in situations where you just had to always do what needed to be done. Even, if, siblings, relationships, you just, just always, did it and didn't really complain, about it. And if you did complain, something wasn't right about it, because a righteous person never has an issue with doing what's right. So if there was some type of complaint or something, it was because you felt like something wasn't right in that area. That's, it was a little question where, we should have questioned, you would question yourself more in that area, but that's the only reason I would say like I said, a righteous person loves doing what's right. It makes them feel beautiful inside. So I know it. I'm an example of it. But you just want, and you want other people to experience that peace. You want other people to experience what you feel, but they have to want to experience that. They have to want to be as happy as you are, or, as you want to be. But that's something that they have to, figure out within them, what's best for them, and what, what their spiritual, what may be good for them as far as spiritual may not be. You might take a different approach, but maybe y'all can talk and, and learn something from each other. So that's a beautiful thing. It's still beautiful either way, so, if it's all positive, if you still, trying to make yourself like be around negative people and all that, just like, it's just not, that's not going to work. It's just going to tamper with your growth. As far as what you need to do for yourself, because it's going to be so easy to get sucked back up into that energy. So you don't want to tamper with your growth either, but you always did what needed to be done, always, and it's a beautiful thing to do what needs to be done, because you carry that loving and, loving, caring heart. But you know how many people out there is doing stuff that they hate to do? Can you imagine how that feels? And I definitely wouldn't want to feel that, so, but you are the one. You had to be done. You had to be here to, to do that. It had to be done. People feel how they feel, say what they want, you know what I mean? But it's a beautiful thing when you can sleep at night knowing that you did what needed to be done, knowing that you helped somebody in some way, shape, or form in a positive way. That is a beautiful feeling, all of it, but, even from that up into your, your adult years, you're still doing, and now you're just doing what's best for you, pouring into you, doing what's best for you. I had to learn how to do that. I had tapped into a little bit after the previous video, just learning, but you deserve everything that, you feel as though you deserve, you're not sitting around waiting for nobody to appear to save you. You went in and did the healing, and, you save yourself and doing what needs to be done for you. And even if you didn't, if you're in a process of starting, so that's fine. So what? Keep it going. Like, it takes a little bit of progress each day. When I started on this path, it took a lot. I wasn't just like that. I was still like, you know what I mean? It really took a lot. So, as long as you do it, that's all that matters, and everything, Once I chose me, everything started to fall into place, and everything, once I chose me, I learned how to pour into me, and not other people, but and still, still doing what needs to be done without being taken advantage of or breadcrumbed or any of that. Still, just putting all that stuff that I was pouring into other people, just into good, positive people who genuinely will appreciate that, genuinely appreciate it, not be like, oh, I had to do what I had to do. Fuck that. Like, yeah, really? Yeah, yeah, that's fine. But yeah, they genuinely, somebody will genuinely appreciate the who you are, what you are, how you are in their presence, how you made them feel when you were in their presence. They were there, they're going to remember you, like unforgettable. They will remember who you are because you simply did what needed to be done, and that alone, that alone is a beautiful thing. So keep doing what's best for you. Keep vibrating high. Keep protecting your energy. Keep protecting your peace. And keep pushing wherever you're at. And if you struggling a little bit, keep pushing. Like I said, it wasn't always, it was rough. So just keep pushing and keep doing what's best for you. At the end of the day, it's all about you. Don't forget that. Keep that in mind. You. Me. That's what I had to say to myself. Me. Like, keep that in mind. Even when I'm out, and I would, me. And nothing wrong with, helping the homeless and helping people. Yes, you definitely want to do that. But just long as you're not being taken advantage of in that area. Like, you can't give too much to the home. You got to still take care of yourself, just keep doing what's best for you. All the time, all day, every day. We're doing what's best for you and your family. You got kids, do what's best for you and your family always, all day, every day. All day, every day, do what's best for you and your family, and don't give a fuck about what anybody else got to say about you. Do what's best, however far or along you are in your path, and and do what your spiritual team, do what you're guided to do, and not get sucked up, because the temptation, it's easy to get sucked up into that. But I ain't gonna keep you this a little long here. But yeah, just keep doing what's best for you. If anything resonated in any way, shape, or form, like, share, subscribe. I want to know. Like I said, if you're still starting off, keep pushing. Keep doing what's best for you. Keep doing what's best for you. I had a couple of stumbles in the road, and I just get back up, because you already know how to get back up, because you already got up so many times before you got here. So you got this. Miss, I am here. I am strong. I am worthy. I am bold. I am confident. I am courageous. I am chosen. I am divinely protected. And so are you, if you know. All right. Take care.